3 locations in Downers Grove, Countryside, and Aurora.
If futility has a threshold, Northern Illinois' Joe Novak hopes it's reached its end in the Toledo rivalry. The Huskies have lost 15 of 16 all-time meetings at the Glass Bowl, but the frustration reached its peak last year in DeKalb.
Now they swung it out. There's room. Dante Green! Into the end zone. Toledo's got the lead.
41 seconds from a win, 41 seconds from a bowl bid. Today, 41 is the Huskies' battle cry. It's motivation to complete a mission. Will the futility end? Is redemption near? And will 41 carry a new meaning in Toledo today? Our MAC game of the week, Northern Illinois and Toledo, is next. Welcome you inside the Glass Bowl in Toledo for a game that'll go a long way in determining the MAC West Division winner. Joe Novak's resilient Huskies of Northern Illinois in town to face Tom Amstut's Toledo Rockets. And a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody. Dave Weekley, happy to be alongside Charles Arbuckle. Well, Charles, Toledo's won 5 of the last 6 MAC West titles. They control their own destiny. They know if they win out, they'll host Miami in the league championship game. But Northern Illinois is in the midst of one of their best seasons in 100 years of football in DeKalb. Michael the Burner Turner went for 200 yards the last time he saw Toledo. He's back for more today.
Don't be fooled by the black pants and the black shoes, because this guy can run, Dave. He is the fastest guy on their team, and also what he does so well is run between the tackles with the stretch plays but the counters. If he has his shoulder square, I'm going to tell you, DBs and linebackers, you better be ready because he's coming downhill.
Well, Toledo can score points as well. They are ranked 9th in total offense in the nation this week. Bruce Gradkowski, when he plays here at home at the Glass Bowl, he's virtually unstoppable, completing more than 80% of his passes on his home turf.
Gradkowski is like a point guard. The turnover to assist ratio is great. Look at the touchdown to turnover ratio, 15-1. This guy is outstanding, and the way he's able to do it is because he controls the field, he knows where to go, and he has great receivers and a great host of baby backs along with that offense.
And speaking of those great receivers, how about Lance Moore? He wears number 1, and that's appropriate because the wide receiver of the Toledo Rockets is number 1 in the nation this week in catches per game. Our MAC game of the week, Northern Illinois at Toledo, is next.
The battle begins. Sullivan powers the Blackhawks. Smith leads the Oilers. It is on. Hawks Oilers, Tuesday at 7:30 on Fox Sports Net.
Well, the Toledo Rockets storming on to their home turf here at the Glass Bowl, set to take on 21st ranked Northern Illinois. It's cold. We've got a slight drizzle. The humidity 65%. Winds, they were so blustery yesterday, Charles, but today only 8 miles an hour, and they're coming from the west. The forecast, looking for some showers maybe later on this afternoon. Let's head down to the third member of our broadcast team, Sharon Thorsland. And Sharon, injuries have been such a big part of the Northern Illinois story this year. They've been seemingly losing a starter each week, but they finally got some good news on the injury front.
Certainly did. Starting linebacker Javen Lee is available to play today. Now, he was a question mark coming into this game, nursing a strained hamstring. In fact, he was actually on crutches to start the week, but the trainers have cleared him to play, and he is ready to go. And that is definitely good news for a Husky defense that has really been decimated by injuries this season. Take a look at some of the guys out. Safety Akil Grant out today with a sprained knee. All-MAC defensive end Travis Moore out with a fractured ankle. And Nick Duffy, another All-MAC linebacker, he's done for the season after breaking his ankle. Now you throw in the huge loss on offense of receiver kick returner Dan Sheldon. He led the nation in punt returns last year, and it makes you wonder, Dave, how the Huskies are sitting at 9-1 on this season.
Yeah, that's a good question. Thanks, Sharon. We look forward to your reports today. Steve Azar plays great against Toledo. Northern Illinois, by the way, won the toss. They deferred to the second half. Toledo will get the ball first. And Lance Moore, one of the most dangerous kickoff returners in the MAC, has his hands on the football at the 4-yard line. And he is bumped out of bounds shy of the 20. So that's where the Toledo Rockets will start, 1st and 10.
You go right away. You look at the craft keys of the game. Don't be fooled by play action grad. Grakowski, great play action faker. Burner on high octane. He has to go at full speed and win the battle of special teams.
Bruce Gradkowski has continued the recent tradition of outstanding quarterback play for Toledo. He's coming off a sizzling performance the last time out, setting a Rocket record and a Glass Bowl mark with 6 touchdown passes against Buffalo 2 weeks ago, a game in which Toledo piled up a school record 685 yards of total offense. And he'll put it up. On 1st down, the pass is complete to Dawson, and Dawson is hammered by Lionel Hickenbottom. Our craft keys for Toledo today, Charles.
Put out the Burner's fire. Take that away from him. And then you have to have Lance Moore. He needs the big plays. Punt game puzzle. They do something that no team does in college football, and it's really unusual. Tom Amstead wouldn't give us the craft recipe to it, but we're going to figure it out, or try to today.
We'll try to figure it out. 2nd down and 10. Again from the gun. Long count. Gradkowski. And there's the first reception by Moore. And Moore is up to the 27-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. And Bruce Gradkowski, that completion percentage, amazing. Over 71%, over 81% at home. And how about this offensive line? 6th largest in the nation. Nick Kaiser, one of the best in the MAC at the left tackle spot. And plenty of weapons for the Rockets. Dawson, Moore, Odom, Charlton, and Clark, the tight end today. 3rd down and 3. Under center for the first time is Gradkowski. They go for the handoff, and nothing doing. Trinity Dawson is going to be stacked up as he tries the right side. No gain, and that's a good sign for Northern Illinois as they force Toledo 3 and out on the Rockets' first possession.
Northern Illinois on that MAC symbol right there. There were 11 of their defenders right there to meet Dawson, and it was tough to get something going right there because all 11 of Toledo offensive guys were there, so there was no room to run. Great job by the defense of Northern of stopping that 3rd and 1.
Brandon Hannum is the punter for the Rockets, a senior from Westerville, Ohio. He's 2nd in the MAC with a punt average just under 45 yards per attempt. PJ Fleck is back to receive it for Northern Illinois. High kick, it won't roll over, and Fleck will call the fair catch at the 35-yard line. So Northern Illinois has good field position on their first possession.
They really do, and they have a chance now to get the ball going into Michael Turner's hands, and you know this is going to be where Toledo has to do a better job, not only stopping him, but getting a pass rush.
Offensively for Northern Illinois, Josh Haldy, one of the most efficient passers in the country under center. Up front, this is a good unit. You've got a lot of youth on the left side and veterans on the right. Jake Verstrady is one of the best in the MAC. Turner, Perry, Hurd, Fleck, and Cieslik, the receivers for Haldy today. And when you think about the premier quarterbacks in the MAC this year, some may have a tendency to overlook Josh Haldy, but that would be a big mistake. The junior from Madison, Ohio, is ranked in the top 20 nationally in passing efficiency, and he's already set the Northern Illinois single-season records for attempt, passing yards, and 21 touchdowns. And here we go. It's Fleck, and he is into Toledo territory. Inside the 30, down to the 26-yard line. And what a big play for Northern Illinois on their first offensive snap.
Outstanding job. Brandon Heflin is going to come up and try to force that play and get Fleck in the backfield. He's blocked. Once that happens, Fleck is able to catch that ball. Great fake to Michael Turner, and they move it over. Good job. There's really no blocking. He has a convoy there, but nobody behind him. Great job of the fake to Michael Turner and then moving up the field by P.J. Fleck.
Well, Northern Illinois would like to start this game in the way they started last year's game with Toledo. It was the end that was the problem. Here is Turner, and he slips down as he reaches the 25-yard line. Give the burner a gain of maybe a yard. Here's a look at the defense for the Toledo Rockets. This is a group that's really under pressure to get more pass pressure today. Franco Feely is back at the defensive end spot. He'll play with a broken hand. Lots of tackles made by the 2 guys inside, Jordan and Dodrill. And it's a big challenge today for the defensive secondary. Heflin on one corner may be the best of this group. Keon Jackson's had a good year at the rover spot. 2nd down and 9. Haldy on the play action. Going to send this one down the field to the end zone. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. Keith Perry with a reception, and the Huskies strike first.
Dave, I asked Matt Canada, the offensive coordinator, did you have any special plays for Perry in the game? Because Toledo is susceptible in the middle of the field. You're going to see Perry right here. He's just going to work down the seam, and the linebackers with the play fake. You see all those guys that are held up, and where they're running to, Michael Turner, but you have nobody back there. Patrick Body gets back too late. The throw was high. Fortunately for Northern, Keith Perry at 6'3" is able to go up and snag it.
Azars had an extra point attempt blocked in each of the last 2 games after a streak of 52 in a row. He knocks that one through. Well, Keith Perry was a game-time decision on whether he was going to play today. He's already impacted this game. Northern Illinois strikes early. They lead at Toledo 7-0. Toledo Rockets head football coach Tom Amstutz finds his team behind very, very early. Keith Perry on the receiving end of a 25-yard touchdown strike from Josh Huldy, and Northern Illinois has a 7-0 lead.
Well, this is what you're going to see. Hold it right there. That fake just sucks all those linebackers over, and that's what you got to have. 42 and 40 of the linebackers, when they see that fake to Michael Turner, which happened twice in the first drive, that's why that's 6 points right there.
This is Moore with his back heel in the end zone. Gonna bring it out. Slip one tackle, and before he could really get rolling, is tripped up at the 24. For Lance Moore, he's got some jets, no question about that. Big play potential every time he touches the football.
And it kind of fools you how fast he is, but when you see him live on tape, doesn't really give you a true dimension of what he can do. But boy, he makes great catches, and they say he doesn't miss much in practice. Great practice player as well as game time player.
That's very important as well. Well, Toledo, their offense and their defense are supremely confident here at home, where they've won 24 of their last 25 games. The only blemish on that record, a loss last year in mid-October to Miami, the newly crowned champs of the MAC East Division. Second possession now for Toledo, and they'll start from their own 24. Gradkowski, the Western Pennsylvania native, sophomore under center this time. Oh, a big play back to the 20-yard line. It's Drew coming in there and making the big-time hit for a loss of 4.
What I've always been impressed with Northern Illinois and their defense is how they fly to the football. They used to be the same way. If they could get to you, now these guys can get to you. They couldn't run before, and this is a great read by Randy Drew. Not only is he a great cover guy with 6 interceptions on the year, he will come up and smack you.
Now Steve Odom, the redshirt freshman from Westerville South High School in Columbus, never really got going. Loss of 3 officially, 2nd down and 13. From the gun, delayed handoff, Dawson. Not much. Maybe back to the original line of scrimmage, the 23-yard line, as Trinity Dawson tried the left side.
And there was a prime example of Gradkowski holding that ball in there in the backside end, must hold contain. Dawson's going to work one way. You may only have 10 people or 8 people in the box. One of those guys is going to have to stay backside to make sure that Gradkowski doesn't come back and pull that ball around and scramble for a big gain.
Toledo now facing 3rd down and 7. In the bottom half of the MAC, 37% their conversion rate. Gradkowski from the gun, fakes it to Dawson. It's Hurd. Check it, Odom, and Odom is dropped quickly. It's the beast, Brian Atkinson, with the stop.
Well, they're on these because this is the same offense that Northern runs as far as their bubble screens, and Northern is waiting and they're just sneaking behind the blockers. Atkinson with that great speed. Look, there's no one to block him because Andrew Clark is going to work out. Clark is supposed to get him, and he goes up high to number 9, Lionel Hickenbottom, instead of Atkinson, who's the first guy there.
Look at that unusual punt protect formation by Toledo. Hannum sends this one down the field. Fleck, no fair catch this time. Maybe he'll think better of it next time, because Brandon Heflin was right there nanoseconds after Fleck caught the football. Big game means some big hits, especially on special teams. Fleck got the football, but he paid for it. We're back to the Glass Bowl in a moment.
It's not just a game, It's an event.
Kind of rainy on this mid-November, late Saturday afternoon. Northern Illinois set to begin their second possession, and Tom Amstutz, his offense averaging 476 yards a game, 3 and out on their first 2 possessions.
The thing with this offense, though, they're so high powered. They can come back on you, and that's what they know they can do that. The thing with Northern, they have to just continue to play their game and make sure they distance themselves from this Toledo ball club.
Here's Turner. Turner puts his head down and cracks across the 35, maybe the 36-yard line. A gain of 2 yards for Michael Turner, the senior from North Chicago, Illinois.
You know, the interesting thing, Dave, about Michael Turner is that he doesn't play a lot. The last few games he's had to come out early. Now with this defense playing like that, maybe that'll stop him, but he has been out of ball games late because they've been winning by big margins.
There you see the 100-yard rushing games. Turner right up there with 19 over his career. Don't forget that he began his career as the backup to Thomas Hammock. So here's Turner, and he is dropped in the backfield. Nowhere to go. It's Chaz Williams, the senior. Great penetration.
That was a great job by Chaz Williams, and they say he's really come a long way into development. He's now the captain, the senior out of Muskegon, Michigan. Great job right there, playing off the block. That's how you play off a block. You have one shoulder free, you come off. Good job. Watch that. That's how you do it, young guys at home. You take on that block, and you come off, and you make the tackle, and then you can celebrate, too, if you want to.
3rd down and 11. So big opportunity here for the Toledo defense. They'll go with 4 wide this time. Trips to the right. Haldy from the gun. Joined in the backfield by Turner. And Turner gets it on the draw. And he'll take it up the middle. He's got the 1st down and more as he takes it out to midfield. So the Huskies, doesn't matter if it's 3rd and long, they'll go to the burner, and he gets it done.
It's amazing. You can have 3rd and long, and if you don't get to Michael Turner early, he's going to go. You got a young left side, Matt Rogers, and you're going to see these guys pull over and block and create space for Turner, just locking people up. Great job blocking there by Todd Gillaney, but that gets it going. Those 3 interior linemen on a draw or any kind of delayed play is what makes that happen.
Nose of the football at midfield. This is Haldy with the pass. And the pass is complete to Sam Hurd, and Hurd will take it to the Toledo 46-yard line. And Charles, they would really like to get Hurd a little bit more involved in the offense. After a good start this year, he's only had 7 catches combined over the last 3 games for 66 yards. They'd like to get him going, and that would make Fleck even more effective.
It really will, because he's averaging 15.3 yards a catch, and that's what they like. He is their deep play guy, but they haven't been able to get him the football.
Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. Haldy under center. Here comes Turner. And the defense is up to the challenge for Toledo. Give them a gain of maybe a half yard. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
Good job by Toledo there, because I thought right here, you're going to see all those guys right there sticking and stand. And it looks like Michael Turner has somewhere to run, but no. Defensive backs coming up, linebackers coming up. Good job by the Toledo defense of finding that hole where he's going through. Dodrill is one of them that was coming in there. Good job by them playing force, run, contain.
Dodrill, leading tackler for Toledo, 4th in the MAC, came into play today with 102 stops. Here's Haldy on 3rd down. The protection is good. Pass is in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. Tried to get it to Fleck. Incomplete. It's 4th down now and 5.
You expect Fleck to catch that. He doesn't drop many. That ball was coming off hot. Haldy had a lot of spice on that ball, and Fleck couldn't put it away. With the wet weather, it was behind him, up high. He was able to go up and reach for it. Couldn't get it.
All right, Joe Novak's going to go for a little field position game here. Not going to go for it on 4th and 5 from the 45. They will punt the ball instead. Moore, one of the most dangerous, and it's a fake, and the ball's on the turf. It's loose, still loose. And we thought Toledo had cornered the market on fake field goals and fake punts and going for it on 4th down. Northern Illinois rolls the dice there. Unfortunately for them, it comes up snake eyes, and Toledo gets the ball in great field position.
And the ball never got to the up back that they were trying to get it to. It never got to him. It snapped, and it actually hit him in the face mask. The ball is snapped to him, and he can't ever get it. There was blocking there that you could tell that they wanted to run that fake, but the ball hits him in the mask.
Now, tough luck on that play.